Hey guys, I got this 1978 Chevrolet Silverado C10 truck over at my house that I told you yesterday in my video where I was talking about my 71 C10 truck, a big turd, that I was going to drive this truck home. It doesn't belong to me, it belongs to Tim Dixon at Gas X Chop Shop on Facebook. I hope that you check him out. But he asked me if would I mind cleaning it up and waxing it, just kind of detailing it up there a little bit, make it look a little bit better. And I told him I would because I'm kind of hoping that might help me on my bill on the 71 C10, maybe kind of trade out a little bit. It's kind of scaring me how much every time I go over there at that 71, it needs a little bit of this, a little bit of that. But you know, that's just part of it. You never know what you're going to come into. And Big Turd had been sitting out, as I said, in the woods and for years, and so had to cut some trees down to get it out. So anyway, I was happy to do it, and I got to tell you, this truck runs great. Got real good AC on it, and it just runs great. Drives like a Cadillac. I know you probably wouldn't think it would, but it sure does. It's a Silverado, and it's got a 350 in it. I don't know what Tim's plans are about this truck. I kind of asked him, was he fixing to sell it or something? Because after driving it, I was really impressed. I mean, really. And he said, no, he's going to keep it. So I'm not sure what his plans are with it, but that's up to Tim since it's his truck. So there's the engine. Sorry, a little bit loud. I should have apologized for that. But it's a pretty nice truck. Got the cargo light, which I like that. Here's the insides. I'm not real crazy about the speakers being in the door, but Tim didn't do that. He bought it like this, and you know that it is what it is. But I hate somebody messed that part up, but it can be fixed if Tim wants to do that. Uh, as I said, it's got real good AC. He's not impressed with this either. Somebody has took this off and painted it. And if I can get this, light switch out, I might see if I can fix this. I'm not really sure if I can, but I'll see. Anyway, my wife is going to be helping me clean this truck up. Look how nice the headliner is. I mean, it's just and this is a 78. So it's a really, really nice truck. But my wife's going to be helping me, as I said, and she is going to be working on a little problem with this truck. And I don't know if we can fix it, but it's got a mothball smell in it. And I don't know if it was probably to keep out mice and stuff like that, but it does smell like mothballs in here. But, you know, to me it's okay, but I can understand why Tim's wanting to see if we can somehow get that out. I like that extra little touch of class there, little molding right there that looks really good. This truck runs really, really good. As I said, I'm just going to show you before we even touch it what's going on with it. And that's that sport bumper. I call them sport bumpers. That's what I like. I'd like to find one like this for my 71. Maybe I will sometime. I don't know. If somebody wants to donate me one, that'd be great. There's old Dookie. Here's the other side here. I guess he's going to fix the cab corners and stuff that these trucks are prone for, but I'm telling you, to be a 78, it's in really, really nice shape. Really nice shape. Got to do a lot of washing and cleaning on this truck, though. It's been sitting outside. I guess you've seen it over at Tim's. And he has a gravel driveway, so it stays kind of dusty. But I think we can do something with it. He's wanting me to pull this wood grain look off. These bed rails. These are the factory bed rails. I've had a 78 Chevy truck before. It was a four-wheel drive, and it had the same thing. The handrails. They come in handy, but anyway, he said just pull all this off and see what we can do. I don't know what the other side looks like just yet. Yeah, it's already It's already peeled off too. It's just barely hanging on. So I'll see what I can do about doctoring this up to make it look a little bit better. It's got a real nice bed cover in it. I like that. I wish my 84 had that. That's pretty nice. But as I said, this truck pretty much loaded out. And I'll tell you something else that I really like about this truck is this right here. I do not like power windows. I'd rather have a hand crank anytime. And also, I really don't need power door locks. I guess I'm strange. I'm not one of those kind of people that has to have every little button. I'd rather have hand crank windows anytime. But this truck was pretty much loaded out. Pretty nice. Anyway, I thought I'd just show you what the truck looks like before we get done with it. I'm going to shut the door. Gave you a heads up that time. But anyway, we might do a little bit of a Comet wash on this, my wife and I. And then she's going to concentrate on the inside. And we'll see what it looks like then. I might try to talk Tim into splurging for some new taillights. I think you can get them for like 24 bucks or somewhere in there like I did for my 84 and kind of make it look pretty good. I'm going to talk to him about it tomorrow. I've got to call him tomorrow. Told me to remind him about getting a new shifter and linkage for my 71 that's over at Tim's. And everybody watched the video. I sure do appreciate you watching it. It's just one of those kind of trucks that you think you might know or know everything that might be going wrong with it. Then the unexpected happens. But that's just part of having an old car or an old truck. But anyway, as I said, I might do a little bit of a Comet wash. And Tim said he really likes this look here where the paint is cracked. This truck has never been painted. It's all original paint. And I'm telling you, for a 78, this is a really, really nice truck. I wish I had it. Wish I had it and it's paid for. But anyway, okay, I guess I'll get on it. I've talked enough. I need to get busy. It's going to be 93 today. And we're setting records over here in Tennessee as far as heat and humidity. So I'm going to get at it, and I'll pause this here. And when I see that I've got something somewhat accomplished, I'll get back with you. Oh, he wanted me to paint the wheel wells. And he had some leftover bed coating from Rust-Oleum that I used on that utility bed. Now, Tim, yesterday in that video, he was taking the bed off that red Chevy C10 truck, and that utility bed that my wife and I painted a couple of months ago, he's going to put it on after he lowers the truck. So when I'll try to get over there when he has the rear end of the truck lowered, he told me it'd be so much easier with the bed off of it to lower it. Then he'll put the utility bed on it, and we'll see how it looks then. But I'll try to keep up with that for you if you're interested. He also let me have his stuff here. I've never used it, but it's 5-star dressing. I've never used it, so we'll see what happens on that. He said it smells really good, and I took a whiff, and whew, boy, it does. It smells real good. Okay, I guess I'll pause right here and get at it and see what we can come up with. Luckily, I got my wife going to help me today, and we'll see what this truck looks like. I like to do before and after kind of videos, so just kind of keep up, and I'll get with you after a while. Hang on. Okay, guys, we've been out here for a little while, probably an hour, hour and a half. My wife has washed the inside of the bed with a scrub brush, and I've opened the hood again, and I put WD-40 on the hood hinges that they're bad about making the hood bow. Look at this hood, how nice it is. Just as flat. It's got a little crack right there, but I mean, that's fine. Heck, look, I'll show you one that I can show you one right over there that is bowed really bad, but this side is perfect. But I have oiled all the hood hinges, the doors, and yeah, this door, see, washed the top of the truck. Right now we're in the process of just washing. You can see what a difference it makes just washing it. This truck, I was telling my wife, this truck has been babied. It's been in the garage or something because this is a 1978. It's fixing to be, here in a few months, be 42 years old. And it's in really, really good shape to be a 78 model. 78s, for some reason, in the square bodies, 73, 45s. But they were awful bad about rusting. And, if you look back on the other manufacturers as well, like Toyota trucks in those years, I rode around in a bunch of them. They were bad about rusting as well. It's something about the metal. I'm not really sure, but you can see where it's kind of prone to rusting in these areas in the hood, just the same as old Dookie over there. Almost the same spots when you get to looking. But anyway, I just thought I'd show you what we've got done so far, because once it's clean and all cleaned up, I mean, you can't go back and look and tell somebody how much better it looks, or how bad it was without filming this. So that's what I'm trying to do, is make a video of it. But look at these spots on this hood. And if you're thinking about buying a square body, look, it's almost the same spots. Same spots as this 78. This is a 78 too, old Dookie, but it's the same spots that they're all prone to. Cab corners, a little bubbling in the door and stuff. But I mean, my goodness, what do you expect for something 42 years old? And this one, I'm telling you, this truck must have been kept inside somewhere, because it's in really good condition. But anyway, I just want to give you a little update of what we're doing. The sun's catching up to us, so I got to shut up and get back to work, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'll pause this and I'll show you what we get done later on today. Hang in there. Okay guys, I'm not going to get a whole lot done by talking so much, but this is just a one-time deal. But I just want to show you on this 78 Chevy truck how good and solid everything is. Even my wife noticed how good it looks under here. The spare tire's still there. It's just really nice and solid. And up in here, I mean, there's not any Bondo. There's not anything suggesting it whatsoever that there's been any kind of work done on this truck. It's just a really, really solid truck. Somebody's really babied this truck. I just can't get over it, because as I said, besides Dookie, I've had one more 78, and they were both rusty in these areas, fenders, just eat out. But this one, man, I tell you what, this is a really, really nice truck. I'll show you what I mean by up in the fenders. I'll use Dookie as an example. This is the original fender on this truck. You can see how it's all eat out and rust. Of course, the bed is different. This truck, in case you're a new subscriber, which I've had a few lately, while this truck used to be a long bed truck, been cut down to a short bed, and somebody before me has put this step-side bed on it. But it's the same year as this fleet-side Silverado truck. But I'm just showing you, doing comparisons, because I'm already out here and this fender has been changed. So, but it's got evidence of little rust right in here too. But anyway, and then the doors, stuff like that. But as I said, I'm just in amazement at how solid this is. And look at the rest. I don't know if you can see this, not all the rust that Dookie has up in the wheel wells compared to the one my wife and I are washing. But it's just oh my goodness, I'd love to have this truck right here. It's just a really, really solid truck. I started cleaning up these wheel wells, and my wife said, look how solid it is up and under the wheel wells. And this truck hadn't had anything done to it. Got a little bitty spot right there, but I mean, heck, to be nearly 42 years old, that's pretty awesome compared to mine. So anyway, I just had to say that. Okay, catch you in a little bit. Okay guys, it's almost 4 o'clock and I think my wife and I are going to call it a day working on this C10 truck, kind of cleaning it up and detailing it. Major things we got done today that I'm proud of: we gave it a good wash. I waxed this part of the hood, just this part. Can you tell the difference? Got a pretty good shine going there. Still dull here. But anyway, curiosity was killing me. I'm probably going to wax this thing a couple times. But my wife, I'm so proud of her. She's been working real hard on the insides. I've waxed the front windshield just to get all the grime, everything off of it. I always put car wax on. Still got to do the insides, but got all that cleaned off. Slick. I like that. And I done the back glass back here too. But I've run into, let me see, this right here. When I got the truck, this trim was hanging down here, and it was just barely hanging on. So the little clips are either broke or something. But I have put Gorilla Glue here in spots that it was touching. I can't explain how the clip goes, but there's some places down in here it's kind of thick where this part of the clip in here attaches to the truck tailgate. So I've Gorilla Glued it best that I can. And I'm hesitant to put any screws in it because it's really a nice piece. And I'm just going to try Gorilla Glue, and I'm going to let this sit overnight. See what else? Well, I'm going to show you the insides. I done this part here too. Done the top and this part through here. It looks pretty good, huh? Pretty shiny. I'll do it another time or two. My wife's done a bang up job on doing the insides. It smells so good in here. She's still working on it, but as I said, that bowl of cereal about 7:30 or 8 o'clock this morning's long been wore off. So we're going to get something to eat, but still got to clean the insides of the windows. She has shampooed the carpet, vacuumed it out I don't know how many times, and her and I both are real hesitant about putting anything on this dash. You see how it's cracked and the sun has baked it? If you put something on there to make it look a little bit better, I'm afraid it's going to turn it, like my wife said, my wife had a Monte Carlo years and years ago before I met her, and she said she put some, I think it was Armor All or something like that on her dash, trying to make it look good, and when the sun got a hold of it, it just baked it and turned it black. So I'm real hesitant about doing anything to this dash. To me, it looks pretty good, just leaving it like this. Now, if Tim wants to get a dash cover, I can attempt to put it on from Chevrolet, like I done Dookie and the 84 Silverado I have in the garage back here. But or he might just like it like this. Tim is a whole lot like me as far as, I'm not trying to scare you, Tim, in case he's watching this video, but as far as patina style, we kind of like that look. So that's kind of where we're at, but the truck smells a whole lot better, looks a whole lot better. And glued some pieces back onto the door that was laying in the floor and stuff. Fixed that piece there where the door handle's at. This piece of chrome was laying in the floor. Got that fixed. Fixed this little trim piece that was on the other side, but I don't have one for this side. So unless one comes up available, I don't have one to fix it. So anyway, I wound up taking the bulb at my wife's suggestion. She's pretty smart. Took the bulb out after it cooled off, of course, and so we could keep the doors open on the truck and let it kind of air out. Remember I said in the beginning of the video it had mothball smell? So we're trying to get rid of that. But sorry, should have told you I was slamming the door if you got those earpieces in. I bet I hurt your ears, and I apologize. But anyway, my wife has got in this bed with a scrub brush and scrubbed every bit of this bed, getting dirt and debris out. So I took it up the hill. I live on the side of a hill. I took it up the hill and let all the water drain out best I could. Of course, it's hard to get every little bit of water out, but Anyway, my wife is a big help to me. She does a real bang up job. And let's see, she's got more patience than I do. This piece right here was about to come off, so my wife went ahead and took it off. I'm not real good at putting these little chrome pieces back on it. These trucks are notorious for falling off. So I've put it in the glove box, this little piece, because I've tried this a few times before and I always wind up breaking this little piece of wire right here. I don't want to do that. It's not my truck and I don't want to do that. So anyway, I was noticing when I was cleaning these wheels, and I'm not done yet, so don't, but I think these are 7-inch wheels instead of 8s. So that's kind of unusual. And for some reason, these little emblems remind me of a Malibu instead of a Chevy truck. So I don't know if they've changed center caps and put on smaller ones. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm just saying it kind of reminds me of that. You remember like the 80s, 78, 80, 81 Malibus? I think they had a center cap like that, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Most of the time I am. Anyway, I just thought I'd tell you what we got done. Got quite a bit done. We went over and over and over the same spots on this truck. So anyway, I thought I'd just tell you where we're at. Don't mean to bore you. I got old Cash back up here, and one day this week I'm going to try to wash it. I'm so proud of this truck. It went over 300 miles. My buddy Brian, driving it to the rod run and back, and he said it never gave an ounce of trouble. And I parked it in the garage in the backyard yesterday evening, and got in it this morning. Just hit the start, and it started right up. Couldn't ask for a better truck. This is probably one of my better trucks, I guess, as far as not ever giving me any kind of problems. I got the hood up to remind me to disconnect the battery. I always do that. Anyway, okay, I hope you enjoyed the video. Didn't mean to make it so long, but I'm doing this just so I can look back at it, and if Tim wants to look at the video sometime and see changes in it, subtle changes, sometimes they're just subtle and you can't see the difference. For instance, this hood. But anyway, he'll know that my wife and I did work really hard on it. Okay, appreciate you watching the video. I hope that you like this kind of stuff. I hope you found it entertaining. And I'm going to get in here and grab me a shower, maybe get something to eat. And by then it should be about dark. I need to run to the store to do some errands too. So please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, share this with your friends, and let me know if you like this truck. Yeah, let me know that. 78 Chevy truck. Boy, what a big difference this truck is compared to my 78 Old Dookie. But if you remember, Old Dookie was heading for the scrapyard. It was on its way to the scrapyard before I got it. So I kind of saved it from going to the scrapyard. You can look at it. I've got a lot of videos on Dookie. If you're a new subscriber, check it out. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Probably be tomorrow. See you later.